So I watched a little documentary called The Game Changers.
The Game Changers. They've changed the game. Now, this isn't the Julianne Moore movie where she plays Sarah Palin, is it?
No, it is not. We have a time limit today, Ethan, so stop butting in and let me get to my first impressions.
Game Change. I was close enough.
Ha! This is a documentary all about
Julianne Moore and Sarah Palin.
How the fuck did you know? All about elite athletes who also happen to be vegan. And it really touches base on a few like personally surprising sports to see vegans compete in, like powerlifters. Because the movie covers off on this is that like generally the thought process is that if you are going to be competing in something like that, then you need, protein and like animal protein specifically animal protein to really be able to compete at that level. But this documentary is fascinating, and honestly, it changed my view immensely. And I think I've been kind of like interested, to say the least, by the whole like vegan proposition.
Yeah, for sure.
And this just like shocked me because like one of my big concerns was like, do I want to cut out like all of that protein? Because what I had always been told is that animal protein is totally different than any of the other protein that you can get from like substituting in like vegetable protein and like plant-based protein.
For sure.
This really just tells you that that's not the case, and that actually plant-based protein is actually better, and it's really fascinating. And there's a lot of really cool tests and studies that they do here, and seeing these people who are competing at this level being vegan is just it's really inspiring. And yes,
question for you: does it still remain kind of like it right now? It sounds like it is still a pretty biased documentary. Does it talk about some like because I've been a vegetarian for a hot minute, right? Over a decade, and
he started earlier today.
Nope, quite a while. Does it still talk? Because there are some health risks in terms of changing any diet, and there are a lot of people that literally can't go on a meatless diet for it. Does it talk about that at all?
It talks a little bit about that. It talks about some of the stuff that you will not be able to, like vitamin, was it B13?
B12.
B12. One fucking number off.
Sorry, it actually affects my life, unlike you, fake vegan.
I was a vegan for like a month.
I'm actually vegan whenever I'm not eating.
I was actually vegan for a month, Ethan. It briefly talks about it, but it does have a people talking about it that you wouldn't expect to be in a documentary like this. Like it has Arnold Schwarzenegger, who actually is, I think, either the last person to talk in the documentary or like one of the last. Mm-hmm. And I actually really like what he says. Like he comes on here is like, if you come on and you tell people that they have to be vegan and that they have to stop eating meat immediately, they're just gonna say fuck you and continue eating meat. But if you tell somebody to maybe just for one day in the week be vegan, then they can do that. And then they can slowly build from there, seeing the positive results of that like one day change.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, that's probably the best way to do it. And that's what I'm kind of shooting for, is one day of the week to just not eat meat.
I can dig it.
Hey, Ethan, can you give me a hand with this?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I got a few options in front of me.
Yeah, so, okay, looking at this, you got a box that will give you more of the weekly mini episodes. That's a pretty good pick.
But then over here, I got clips from the monthly show.
Ah, rats. Maybe if you just hit the circle in the middle and you subscribe, and then you get both of them forever, for free. Cool.